Let's see.
Diablo 4 is coming out next month, and pimps, let me tell you something, it is the best of everything. If you're Activision Blizzard, that is, because they managed to trick one of the largest
20 million
nostalgic reserve armies into hitting every branch on the predatory monetization tree. Or in other words, Bobby Boy just hit bingo, and he even got to keep the titty milk. They get
titty milk? That's new.
$70 for the base game, an extra $20 for early access, paid expansions, an in-game shop, battle passes, and a physical collector's edition for $100 that doesn't even include the game itself.
This guy is just old. He needs to catch up with the news. So what?
That is some tier 3 grifting right there. All they're missing is gotcha mechanics to get big budget waifus, but I'll get to that problem in a second. First, I want to address the fact that, yes, I am well aware that this is just the way it is in the modern day gaming industry, because I watched Asmongold's video on it where he said that shit 50.
Oh man, I love Asmongold. He's a cool dude, really wholesome guy who shares a lot of unnecessary stuff most of the times, but yeah, he's the guy.
But just because that's just the way it is doesn't mean the game will be any less shit as a result of it. Have we all forgotten about Warhammer 4?
What kind of nonsense game is this?
40,000 different color shirts unless you succumb to the cash shop.
Warhammer. This is not Warhammer. This is not Fortnite. This is not anything else. This is Diablo and Diablo franchise. You're comparing like elephant to potatoes. What the hell?
Have we all forgotten about New World making you run around looking
like
a
jackass New World
for 20 hours because
I love New World. I love the fact that you can grind for 20 hours and lumberjack your journey to max level. Max level sucked for me. I quit at max level, but journey to max level, I liked it.
They put 5 different dorky armor sets in the base game, unless of course you use the cash shop. And have we?
I remember New World. New World was about chopping trees and mining stuff, and animations and soundtracks in the game was magical. But why I'm looking at you while I can be looking at Asmongold and just saying that, like, Jesus Christ, what's this picture? He looks like a messiah.
Oh, forgotten what this does to the actual game? It's not just the fact that they're trying to take the milk right out of your fridge. I mean,
milk joke.
That's capitalism, baby. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. No, I have a problem with the mountain of cut content that will be a result of it. And this is a game that already looks like it's going to struggle with girth if its pencil dick skill tree is any indication. But speaking of things that aren't going to be thin at all, let's talk about the character customizer, because damn! Remember Diablo 2's Assassin, or their Amazon, or hell, even the Sorceress? Well, forget about all that, because this is what you get now. What in the goddamn hell is that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be like a normal human being. If you want to see how people act and how people look, you can just look and go outside, try to touch the grass. And yeah, if you imagine like everyone's gonna be slim big titty anime girls and waifus out there, well, you're wrong. You can just simply look at your image here. You're a just dude with a shirt that's blue. And why you're not jacked? Why you don't have a six-pack? This is reality. The game makes you immerse into the game. What the hell, man?
Budget cuts here are so bad that I think we can officially declare this game the Great 600-Pound Depression. In fact, you don't even get a budget slider here, and yet they have the balls to walk around talking about
near endless character creation.
It's impeccable how in a game with quote
near endless
Blizzard did that.
Creation.
Not one of them results in a big budgeted end.
Yeah. Blizzard does that, yeah, but it's like every company does that. It's marketing. It's marketing. Marketing everything allowed. I remember back in the day, Wizard. I remember like Microsoft said, like Windows 10 is the final version of Windows. You know what happened? Afterwards, after 3 or 4 years, they said, well, we changed our minds, so we're gonna be releasing Windows 11. So I'm not surprised by this at all.
result. I'm fighting for representation here, pimps. Okay, sure. Technically, this is a major leap for the series because in Diablo
Yeah, of
3,
course
you
it
can only
is.
choose from the 2 genders, and in this one, well, no, actually, hang on, that's gone. But hey, you have an endless 4 face type and an endless 12.
Wait. Let's back up a bit. This guy is claiming that we have limited customization from the single fact that he's looking at the beta footage, how people are playing in beta, and I can't really stress this enough, but beta is a limited thing. It is a limited experience. So if the person is thinking that his gaming experience gonna be surrounding the very first screen of the game, that is just logging onto the game, pressing on create character, and then just playing with different sliders how your character is gonna look, and he's thinking like this game gonna cost him $100 or 70. Well, yeah, I believe then, yeah, he's absolutely right. In his perception, this is a limited experiences. But I honestly believe he's missing the point, as the point is not play with limited sliders, and the point is not spending time in a limited character customization screen. The point is for you to actually explore Diablo 4 with all of the limited mechanics, and not such a slim tree when you have a lot of customizations like Paragon system, like skill trees, skill customizations, like legendaries, and Jesus, there's so much stuff to do. And he's just complaining about like the most irrational thing to complain about, and he's trashing the game.
Hairstyles and an endless 12 facial hair types so that your woman can walk into that tavern and turn that place into a marsh with her voluptuous big beard. You know what I'm talking about, Sony fanboys. Come on. I mean, Jesus. At this point,
What is this game? This doesn't look kinda good.
I'm with you. Let's just accelerate all the way forward. I will not buy this game if I can't make my woman have the George Costanza cut with an Honest Abe beard. Get that hand
I like the energy of the edit, right? It really feels good.
off that woman's ass and get typing, Blizzard. We got expectations to meet. But even if you can't do it, I understand. I mean, it's only a $70 game. It's just the way it is.
just the way it is. Just the way it is.
Like, the guy is simply just hating for the fact to hate. He's not making any sort of sense, he's not making any sort of arguments. He's just here to please the haters, just tickle the nuts of the haters.
Moving on, let's talk about the story. I know one thing
Hater, not tickler. Nah,
about
that's
the
wrong.
story, and that is the fact that they plan on dropping story updates every 3 months, probably
That's amazing. I didn't know that. I like it.
to get you to come back and see their new battle pass every season so Big Bob's yacht doesn't run out of fuel.
I never knew that. That's amazing.
However, my concern, to talk out of my ass for a second, is that the story will also suffer cut content, and they'll use that cut content as the bait. I sure wouldn't hope.
So basically like new episodes that you can just play through. Some story is gonna be cool, some story is gonna be bad. As the main competitor is Path of Exile, we know that a lot of the seasons was bad and not highly loved by the community, but part of the seasons was good, and the fact that you have bad seasons highlights the good in the game. So the way I see it, it's just good, best, awesome. And the fact that he's saying such things is horrible, I'm saying absolutely opposite. I believe this is just perception of the person. For me so far, he's just sharing new stuff that I haven't heard before. This is cool.
That's the case, or else it might just tarnish Blizzard's good name. Regardless, at this point, only time will tell if that is just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
Just the way it is. Just the way it is, man.
But as long
I love
as
the
I'm
edit.
bringing up great points, lest we all forget that, much like Diablo 3's launch, there's going to be a plethora of performance issues related to the fact that this game is always online. I'm talking rubber banding.
That's the thing. If you have problem, you have a way or you have a path to finding a good solution for the problem. But it's the thing where if you have a closed community, if community is not sharing anything, or if you don't have any sort of community, well, that's the actual problem. It's not the problem that there are going to be bugs that's going to be fixed, that's going to be addressed and sorted. It's not that. It's the fact that this guy is missing the point such a big time, and I'm surprised that this guy is just having such a huge audience. I believe that this guy is he has 94k subscribers. Sorry, where did we left off?
performance issues related to the fact that this game is always online. I'm talking rubber banding, connection errors, lagging, and of course that's even if you have the privilege of being allowed through the front fucking door. And if my tour in the over...
So what? They're gonna be having server slams, so they're gonna test out the servers. I don't see the problem here at all. So it could be that there's gonna be a massive queue just for a fact, so that they could raise the stakes and make branding through negative impact throughout the game, so that frustrated gamers would advertise the game more. But it is temporary. I don't really focus on it. I plan to play this game not only on the very first week when the game launches, so I don't honestly care if the game gonna struggle. Maybe they're gonna create some sort of like skip queue or something. I don't care. I know that this is a very temporary problem. If you are very stressed about the very first hours of the game and you're trying to compete and be very first on ladder, good for you. I don't care that much. I played this game to relax, to have my best time spent moments. We know how to plan our time, and if the game's not gonna be on for a day or two, well, we have other activities. We're not gonna die. No, we're just gonna log on to other games, and if Blizzard will not want us as a player, no problem. We're just gonna hop on to other games. So it's their loss.
Overwatch 2 queue times is any indication, then I think the only thing that's gonna be
near endless
is these goddamn queue times. Which is why we have the $20 upgrade for early access. Buy it now, queue on Friday,
I bought it.
crash on Saturday, and get back in by Sunday. Your move, lawman. Listen, don't come crying to me that it's unfair, because then it would sound like it's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. Just the way it is.
I like the Asmongold here on the screen, which looks awesome.
The way it is, fool. Speaking of which, then we have the gameplay. And listen, I know this is going to be a bit controversial, but as someone that beat Diablo 3 about 10 years ago on a laptop that sounded like it was going to explode the whole time, I don't even think this looks that good. Barbarian looks like ass. Druid doesn't do damage. Sorcerer looks... like a sorcerer.
There's zero critique. It's only hate.
And that essentially leaves you with just the Necromancer. But you know what game has a Necromancer and...
This game looks horrible, bad and out of shape.
And heavy flamers and...
Yes, this flaming Warhammer thingy with the weak ass health bar, with numbers, with pixelated textures, with I can see the cans, which is probably gas cans. Everything is pixelated. Everything looks like the game was made like in the very same era as Diablo 2 was made. I believe this guy is gonna be comparing it to the Warhammer games.
And heavy bolters and chainswords and...
You can't compare those two titles. It's a separate thing.
Space Marines.
I hate space stuff. I don't like space stuff. Why this guy is comparing Diablo 4 franchise, which is devilish, going underground thing, to the space stuff? I don't go to the space games and saying like, hey, space games are stupid and they're boring and I don't like them. I don't do that. So why this guy is going to the hellish games that don't go into space and saying that they don't have chainsaws? Because you don't have chainsaws in church when there's like medieval stuff. Don't be stupid.
That's right, fuck Diablo 4.
Hey, nonsense.
But now, as for Diablo 4, let's do what we always do with the previews. It's time to place your bets. All right, now listen here. I think this is what we can expect
What's
out
happening?
there come game day, Jim. I think there's one guy that only ever played Diablo 3 that one time on PS4 on accident for a couple minutes, and he's gonna say, Diablo has never been better. Another man that's been playing Diablo since he was in utero will say, it's not quite meth, but I suppose crack will do. And finally, some jackass that works for Kotaku will probably
This is supposed to be funny, right?
Balls.
Finally, I can see myself in Diablo thanks to this amazing character creator.
As
No
for
way.
scores, I'm guessing 6s across the board. Now for my score, it's a firm.
Ooh, red.
It's just the way it is. 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 All right, it's about to get loud.
But animations are really nice.
All right, ladies and pimps, this song's for those times when it's just the way it is.
Okay, I honestly learned a lot. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.